good morning students. I am Vaishakhi Shah from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. In today's lecture, we are going to study some examples based on Venturimeter. If you remember, then in last lecture, we derived the equation for Venturimeter. Basically, Venturimeter is the device which is used to measure discharge of the fluid. If you remember, then this was the diagram for the Venturimeter. Basically, Venturimeter consists three parts: converging cone, throat and diverging cone. And Venturimeter is used to determine discharge of the fluid, and we also derive the equation for discharge through the Venturimeter, where Q actual equals to CD into A1 A2 divided by under root A1 square minus A2 square into under root 2GH. Now we will quickly revise this terminologist, where CD is coefficient of discharge. For Venturimeter, we are taking CD equals to 0.98. Now A1 that is the area at section 1. As you can see in the diagram, we selected two sections, but section 1 is at converging cone and section 2 is at throat. So A1 that is area of Venturimeter at section 1 and A2 that is area of Venturimeter at throat, which is at section 2. Okay, and here H, here small h is a rise of mercury in differential manometer. We attach a mercury between section 1 and section 2, and the rise of mercury in manometer, that is your H. Okay, now we will solve some example based on Venturimeter, where our first example is a horizontal Venturimeter with inlet and throat diameters are 30 cm and 15 cm, which is used to measure flow of water. The reading of differential manometer connected to the inlet and throat is 10 cm of mercury. Now determine the discharge. CD equals to 0.8. First of all, in this data, horizontal Venturimeter is given. So Venturimeter is placed horizontally, where inlet, that is your section 1, and throat, that is your section 2. So inlet diameter is 30 cm and throat diameter, so diameter at section 2 is 15 cm, and diameter at section 1 is 30 cm. Okay, now Venturimeter is used to measure discharge of the water. Here reading of manometer given to you, which is 10 cm. So reading of manometer indicate as X, and CD, that is 0.98. Here we have to find out discharge, that is Q. So let's start our example. In data, D1 that is 30 cm and D2 diameter at section 2 is 15 cm. Now you can find out area A1 by using equation A1 equals to pi by 4 D1 square, where D1, which is 0.3, convert centimeter into meter. So A1 equals to pi by 4 0.3 square, that A1 equals to 0.0706 meter square. Same way you can find out A2 also, area at section 2, that is pi by 4 D2 square. So pi by 4 into 0.15 square. So A2 equals to 0.0176 meter square. These are the values for A1 and A2. Now here reading of manometer is given to you, which is X. X equals to 10 centimeter. Convert centimeter into meter. So your X equals to 0.1 meter. Now we know the equation for H. You have to remember the equation to find out H. H equals to S2 divided by S1 minus 1 into x. Now what is S2, what is S1? So S2, remember S2, that is specific gravity of mercury, and always you have to take S2, that is 13.6. Okay. Now S1 is the specific gravity of flowing fluid. In this case, water is flowing or water is given to you. So here S1 equals to 1. If oil is given to you, then S1 equals to 0.9. So S1 is a specific gravity of given fluid and X is a reading of manometer. So if we place all the value, S2 is 13.6, S1 is 1 minus 1 into 0.1. So your answer for H, which is 1.26 meter. 1.26 meter. Here we have all the values, which is A1, A2 and H. Now we have to find out discharge. So the equation for discharge is CD into A1, A2 divided by under root A1 square minus A2 square into root 2GH. So CD, which is 0.98, A1, which is 0.0706, we found that A1, A2, that is 0.0176 meter square, small h, which is 1.26 meter. So if we place all the value in above equation, then your Q is this, and your final answer by solving this equation in calculator, your final answer is 0.088 meter cube per second, or if you convert discharge into liter per second, then it is multiply with 10 raised to 3. So your final answer is 88.8 liter per second. So this is the value of discharge from the Venturimeter for the given data. Okay. Now the another example given to you, where find the reading of oil mercury differential manometer having CD 0.98. If discharging of oil flowing through the horizontal Venturimeter is 50 liter per second, the Venturimeter has inlet and throat diameter 30 centimeter and 15 centimeter. Specific gravity of oil is 0.9. Okay. Now first of all, here the flowing fluid in Venturimeter is oil with specific gravity 0.9. So here S1 equals to 0.9. Now diameter at section 1 is 30 centimeter. So D1 given to you is 30 centimeter, and diameter at section 2, which is throat, that is 15 centimeter. So D2 equals to 15 centimeter. D1 30 centimeter, D2 15 centimeter. Okay. Here we have to find out reading of oil mercury barometer, that is H. In this example, H is your subject. You have to find out X, not H, because we have to find out oil mercury differential manometer reading, that is X. So unknown is X here, and for that 50 liter per discharge is given to you. So let's solve this example by using equation pi by 4 d1 square. You can find out A1. The answer for A1 is 0.0706 meter square. Same way you can find out A2, area at section 2, pi by 4 d2 square. So pi by 4 0.15 square. So A2 equals to 0.0176 meter square. Okay. Now here X is a reading of manometer, and that you have to find out. CD given to you is 0.98. S1 is 0.9 because oil is given to you. S2 is 13.6, that is mercury. Q, that is discharge, 50 liter per second. if we convert liter per second into meter cube per second, so that is 0.05 meter cube per second. Clear? So let's start. We know the equation for Q actual, CD into A1 A2 divided by under root A1 square minus A2 square into root 2 GH. Now in whole equation we know the value of Q actual, that is 0.05. We know the value of CD 0.98, A1 0.076, A2 0.0176 divide by under root A1 0.0706 square minus 0.0176 square into under root 2, G is 9.81 and here unknown is small h. So by resolving this equation in calculator you can find out h, which is 0.412 meter. What? 0.412 meter. Okay. Now we have to find out x. So we know the equation where h equals to S2 upon S1 minus 1 into x. Here h equals to 0.412 equals to S2 13.6, S1 is 0.9 minus 1 into x. So your answer for x is 2.92 centimeter. Here x is the reading of oil mercury manometer. So basically in Venturimeter these two types of examples are mostly asked in your exam. Okay. Now our next theory, which is Pitot Tube. As we know, Venturimeter is used to measure discharge of the fluid, and Venturimeter is the practical application of Bernoulli's equation. We already studied the Bernoulli's equation, and Venturimeter was the practical application for Bernoulli's equation. Same way, Pitot Tube is also a device which is a practical application of Bernoulli's equation. Okay, but Pitot Tube is used to measure velocity of fluid. Remember that Pitot Tube is used to measurement the fluid velocity, or Venturimeter is used to measure discharge and Pitot Tube is used to measure velocity, but both are the practical application of Bernoulli's equation. Okay, so here you can see that this tube, which is a L-shaped tube inserted in water, this tube is called Pitot Tube. In this tube you are selecting 2 points A and B, point A and point B. Okay, so the construction of Pitot Tube is shown in figure. Outer body consists 2 points, point A for static pressure on the fluid. At the point A we are considering the pressure is static pressure, and point B the fluid velocity becomes 0 and inner tube for stagnation pressure. So here on point A the pressure applied is static pressure, but here we are considering point B as a stagnation point. Now what is stagnation point? So at point B there is some velocity of the fluid here at point B, but we are considering velocity of fluid at point B equals to 0. So point B becomes stagnation point, where velocity of fluid, you are considering velocity of fluid 0, that point becomes stagnation point. So on point B the stagnation pressure is applied. Okay. Now again this is the diameter of your Venturimeter. For point A velocity of fluid is V1, pressure that is rho, G and H1. There are two heights here. This height is H1 and this height is H. Due to pressure on point A, the fluid moves up to height H1 only. So pressure due to point A, pressure on point A is rho g h1, rho g h1, and height of point A from bottom, this height is z. Height of point A from bottom is, from datum is z. So point A velocity is v1, pressure P1 equals to rho g h1, and height, that is z. Now point B here, as you can see, this is point B, and at point B velocity, we are considering point B as a stagnation point. So velocity at point B becomes 0. So point B, V2 equals to 0, P2 equals to rho g, and the height is, as you can see in this diagram, this height is h and this is h1. So for point B, the total height is h plus h1 and depth from datum, that is z. Okay. Now applying Bernoulli's equation here, we know the Bernoulli's equation, which is for two sections, P1 upon rho g plus V1 square by 2g plus Z1 equals to P2 by rho g plus V2 square by 2g plus Z2. Here Z1 and Z2 both are the same. Okay, so Z1 and Z2 cancel. So P1 by rho g, which is H1 plus V1 square by 2g equals to P2 by rho g, that is H plus H1, making subject here making subject P1 by rho g. Okay, so that Z cancel here. So final equation, make V1 as your subject. So final equation to find out velocity, which is under root 2gh. So this is the final equation to find out velocity by using Pitot tube. So velocity equals to under root 2gh, and we will use this equation in so many examples, so many topics in our remaining chapters. So remember the equation to find out velocity. Velocity equals to under root 2gh. Okay. So enough for today. Now in next lecture we will discuss some more topics based on this chapter, flow measuring devices. Okay. Goodbye.